Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews. This week I review a very popular dating sim by Andreelfus Games, but I can't say the name until I hit that 15-second mark so YouTube doesn't ding my channel. So bear with me. Almost there.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Alright, this week I review Love and Sex Second Base, the male playthrough. There's a female playthrough with Bree, but it's not worth the cost at the moment since it's not done yet. The whole premise is that you play the main character who's a self-described code monkey.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
After you lost the battle of love for your roommate Samantha with your other roommate Ryan, they move out, which leaves you in the market for two new roommates. It just so happens that two very different, attractive single women are also looking for a place to stay.
How lucky are we?
The bubbly cute blonde Bree.
Oh yeah, I'm Bree. I take it you're my potential roommate?
And the edgy raven-haired Sasha.
Good. Then we've reached an understanding. I'm Sasha.
I could be wrong, but I think there are 13 love interests with too many combinations to even guess about. You can have solo endings with them all with a variety of harem-style endings. Some of the endings even end in your death. This is probably the most complex dating sim I have ever played. So with a lot of dating sims, there's the standard character models, with unique events having a more illustrative style. I like the base character models with the illustrations being hit or miss. Some look great, but others can be a bit wonky with the characters' faces. I really don't mind it that much, but it was noticeable at times. So moving on to the story. There really isn't a main story to speak of. Your story is dependent on which girl's path you take. So a really quick overview. You have three main stats: charisma, fitness, and knowledge. All these skills can be increased by doing in-game activities like going to class for knowledge or going to the gym for fitness. Each of these stats are required to unlock certain events. If you want to unlock a certain character, you need to have a stat at a certain level. For instance, if you want to unlock Alexis, you need to get promoted at your job. On top of your individual stats, all the girls have stats as well. To get some of the harem endings, you have to have the love stat, dom or substat, and others at a certain level to unlock them. These requirements can be pretty unforgiving. So each day you can do certain behaviors or activities to change all your stats. Many of the girls' stories are gated behind the love stats. You can unlock a scene at love of 10 and 20 and 30. This gives the players something to work for. The in-game quest guide was a lifesaver for this, so it kept me on track for my chosen love interest. Oh, and in case it wasn't clear, you have a certain amount of time each day, with some activities being only available at certain times and dates.
Did you get all that?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, this game is huge. I was about 50 hours playtime as of this review, and I feel like there's so much more content that I haven't seen. If I can give everyone a tip, I spent my first of 3 playthroughs just grinding all of my stats. I kind of ignored all the girls. Then once I maxed out all my stats, I married the first girl that was willing to marry me. This unlocks the plus mode, which allows you to keep all of your stats for future playthroughs. This was so nice. I'm currently working on the most complicated harem playthrough in the game, and it's been really fun. I will say the level of grind early on in my first playthrough was really high, but they kept dangling little story pieces and the potential for lewd scenes in front of me, and it kept me coming back for more.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
The level of grind to lewd content I thought was lacking early on, but that will depend on how practiced you are in dating sims. However, with each unlocked, it kept me coming back like an addict to their dealer. It was rewarding when I was able to get different unlocks, and I personally loved it. However, the second playthrough, I didn't really worry too much about my stats, which allowed me to try and unlock all the girls. My third playthrough, I used cheats.
Cheat code.
That way I didn't worry about working and money at all. Even if you cheat, you still have to actually unlock all the story scenes and answer the right questions and combinations. My least favorite playthrough was probably the first one. The plus mode felt like a nice combination of everything because I didn't really have to worry about my stats, but it was still challenging to unlock all the girls. While using cheats was a little too easy, so I'll probably default on going back into the plus mode just for future playthroughs. So what about the lewd content? It is a bit more illustrative, with there being at least one girl offering access to almost every major flavor. There's even some light NTR in there as well. My favorite girls were Bree, Anna, and Minami, but I thought many of the girls were unique and interesting even if I wasn't that into them. So what did I think? What I loved about this game was that it kept me hooked even when I was doing things that were boring or I didn't want to do. The payoff from all of these activities and events were rewarding to me. I was excited when I got to a step where I could unlock a new scene, or when I finally able to get a girl to 100% in love. So this is a strong buy for me. While super grindy early on, I absolutely loved it. If you stick with it, change the grind settings in the options, or just cheat, it was incredibly enjoyable and super addictive. I had a hard time stopping to write this review. I will continue to play through all the storylines because I want to see all the girls and their stories. If you're a fan of dating sims, this one can't be missed. If you haven't seen my review of the Headmaster, you can check that out right here. I have one more review before I get into the best games of the year videos for December. Thanks again. Until next time.